Hi, welcome back to Comma, where we exist between the spaces to have a conversation, to laugh, to ask questions, not needing to have all the answers. Today we have Alvin here with us. Alvin is actually an engineer by trade, but on the side, he's also known as the Honey Man, and he's working with his company called the Mahaworks. He's the co-founder of this company. Today we're just going to have a bit of a conversation. Hi, welcome, Alvin.
Hi, Joey. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have a conversation here with you today. I think when a lot of times when people think about honey, oftentimes they don't think much about it, right? And so can you tell us a little bit about what you do with Mahaworks and where it began with? How did it started?
Yeah, basically, it started in 2016 when I made the first trip to Nepal after the earthquake.
Wow.
Yeah. So actually, I was invited to go to Nepal since 2003, but I never set foot until the earthquake happened.
Wow.
So along the way, we have come to know many migrant workers in Penang and heard their stories about job is scarce in Nepal, so they have to leave their family to go abroad to work. And in Malaysia alone, we have close to 1 million Nepalis working here.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, documented and undocumented. So there is a very high social cost for them to leave their country to come here. First thing that we see is that very often when they go back to Nepal, there are social problems like children grow up without parents and marriage is broken, things like that happen. And some people are quite unfortunate because they work in what they call very dangerous work, which people do not want to do in construction site and all that. So almost every day you will find that a casket will come back.
Oh no.
And so people will die overseas and they went there alive but came back dead. Almost every day you see that. So there is a lot of social costs. That is how and why Mahaworks was started. And what I did in 2016 was after the earthquake, I made my first trip there. I was really praying how to help these people, right? And actually, many people donated money for me to bring to Nepal to help. I had like $50,000, but I look at the devastation in Nepal. What $50,000 could do? Nothing much, because many houses were demolished because of the earthquake. So I decided to use my skill as a business developer and came up with the idea of starting a social business by producing honey in Nepal, import them into Malaysia and sell here.
Wow.
So that is how the story began.
Wow.
Yeah.
And from the conversations that I've been having alongside off camera, I know people talked about honey. I think many people still have this misconception about honey, right? They think honey is all the same, right? I just go to, let's say maybe Lotus.
Yeah.
I just pick whichever. It's the same. What honey is honey. Would you say that's different?
Oh, there's a lot of difference. I think we have also read in the news that more than 90% of the honey sold in the market are fake honey.
Okay.
Yeah. They may not be 100% fake, but it is adulterated.
Right.
What they'll do is that they will mix honey with sugar syrup, or some honey is actually very highly processed, like go through heat and all that to remove the moisture. Yeah, so these are all the things that are done in the trade.
Right.
So for people who do not know about honey, they may buy something that is fake, right? Yeah, if it is cheap, then it is okay. But if it's expensive, then it's really wasted. Yeah, so so you need to know your honey. The only way to know whether you are buying a real honey is actually by lab test.
Okay.
So there is no other way. The pasar malam trick, like whether ants will come near or whether it will light up when you burn the honey.
Okay.
So things like that. These are what we call pasar malam trick. Okay, it won't tell you the truth whether the honey is real.
Okay.
The only way is really through lab tests.
Right.
So what we do in Mahaworks is that we tested our honey.
Okay.
So what goes into the bottle is actually pure, raw, okay, and unadulterated. Okay, raw means the honey from hive to the bottle, okay, without any processing.
Okay.
Okay, pure means we don't mix with lychee or longan flavor, so it is original flower.
Right.
So that is basically the honey that we produce. So what you have in the bottle is 100% pure and raw.
Wow. And that's news to me, like in terms of the testing, right? Apart from there is only one way to know, which is the lab.
Yes.
I used to think that if you open the bottle, they say if it's fake, the ants will come.
Yeah.
It's good to know. You learn new things every day,
Yeah.
and to hear that actually it's straight from the hive to the bottle, and you're so open about it, which I think it's quite rare, right? Meaning, well, you've been in business yourself, and you've known that people tend to say, I will give you certain amount of information, just enough to persuade you to buy my product, and that's enough. But to say that, we test our product and that everything comes natural, I think that's quite rare. I think I appreciate the honesty. But personally, I've also tried Maha, and I think there's this distinctive flavor to it, the honey that.
Yeah.
When I first tried it, I was like, wow, actually, I didn't know how to explain it. Like I told my wife, I'm like, this honey tastes different.
Yeah.
It's because when you say it's straight from the flowers, the pollen in the hive.
Yeah.
So it tastes. So now I know it tastes natural.
Yeah.
Right. And so now zooming out a little bit. We've talked about the origins and what you've been doing. Can we talk a little bit about also what's happening in Nepal? I mean, with the people that you are working with you and you're empowering them, can you tell us more about them?
Yeah. So actually, what we are doing, we wish that we could do more with more families, but when we started, we did with only 7 families.
Right.
And these 7 families are of the Chepang tribe. Okay, the Chepang people are the poorest in Nepal. So they are like our orang asal.
Right.
So even in some places, they don't wear proper clothing. So the children don't go to school. There's no electricity, no running water in the village. And but we saw something wonderful in that village is that they plant a lot of the Indian butter tree, which is called the churi. Okay, this is how the honey is produced. This is called churi flower, right? So we discovered that there is a very deep culture of that tribe, that when a man marries a woman, their dowry is they must plant the churi tree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it is a sign of provision.
Wow.
Right? So how is it translated into provision is that they themselves also don't know, because it's been passed down from their forefathers that they need to do this.
Right.
But little did they know that the churi tree is the source of nectar for the honey.
Okay.
So bees can go and eat the nectar and produce lots of honey during winter.
Oh, wow.
So this is very special, and because of honey, right now we see the whole community has been elevated from poverty.
Wow.
So I would say that maybe 90% of the community, the Chepang who live in the mountainous area, they are honey producers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the only problem that we see is that they don't know how to market their honey. And also they don't know how to produce it cleanly.
Right.
Yeah. So what we did with them is that we gave them the equipment and things like that, so that they could produce the honey properly, and we also try to buy from them so that they will get the price that is fair.
Right.
Okay. Not through any middleman or broker. So that in a way has helped to elevate them from poverty.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's the beauty of what Mahaworks is. I think it's not just a business to sell honey,
Yeah.
but it is also aimed at empowering the people,
Right.
and being fair to them, right? Like you mentioned, you buy the honey at a price that is good for them.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times we've become so accustomed to, well, lack of a better word, this abuse of people who are less educated,
Yeah.
right? If we look at Malaysia itself as well, there are many instances where the middleman would buy it cents and sell it
Right.
3, 4, maybe 100 times full.
Right.
And at the end, the people who are the hardworking people who plow the land, who grow the trees and do all this, they are still in poverty.
Right.
And I think that's the beauty of what Maha is doing as well. And
Yeah.
I think it's something that well, many people are trying to do.
Yeah.
And so with that, you mentioned about how the families are elevated, right?
Yeah.
And with their current elevation, right? Do you think that they are also affecting the other tribes around them? Because as we know, the political climate of Nepal now is a bit shaky, right? With the previous rioting that happened, unfortunately, many lost their lives. You know, how does the work of Maha not just work within one tribe, but also the rest, impact the rest? Do you see that happening as well?
Yeah, I think the direct impact is really to keep families together. If they don't have a livelihood in the village, what the people will do is that the men and the women in the village will have to leave to go abroad to work and make money and send back to Nepal. Right. But with honey production, they are able to live in the village, stay together with their family, and have income.
Right.
Yeah. So this is the first direct impact. There are also other impacts. Like bees are amazing creatures, right? So if you do beekeeping in the community, bees will help vegetables, farmers, right? Bee is a number one pollinator. So when you have a lot of bees in that village, you can do farming and all that, and then the bees will help with the pollination.
Right.
And then it helps with the supply of food to the community. So you can see that this is really something wonderful and even divine, right? It is God's creation to provide for people through nature.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think, wow, when you put it in that perspective, actually, you showed me something that I didn't see. It's not just in terms of providing for them financially. Of course, I think the heart has always also to keep families, right? Like what you mentioned, because if there's no income, they will have to leave overseas abroad to work, and oftentimes the conditions in which they are going to work under are usually quite low and dangerous, right? Like you mentioned previously, every day there is somebody who lose their lives, right? And sending them back, and so through this you are keeping families together, and I believe you are also shaping the future, the future of how Nepal will look like, one family at a time. And so when we're talking, well, while we're on this topic about the future, how does the future look for Mahaworks?
Yeah, currently we are basically we have 2 or 3 vocations. So what we are trying to do is that we are trying to run this company more professionally.
Right.
You know, not like a makeshift company.
Right.
Yeah. So because we all have our jobs, whether we sell honey or not, it is fine. We still have our pay, but we need to relook at this more seriously and increase the impact. The immediate impact that we can do is if we increase our sales, we can buy more from them.
Right.
And then in order to have more production, we will need more families in Nepal to produce the honey.
Right.
So this is what we are looking at. At the source, we are looking at empowering more people to do beekeeping, especially in new areas, right? Besides the Chapang.
Right.
And in Malaysia side, we hope to increase our sales through distribution channels.
Right.
Currently, our honey is sold in an organic shop, which is quite a big organic shop that has shops in KL, in Malacca, and in Penang.
Right.
Okay, but we are looking at more organic shops that would take our honey and sell. Right. Yeah, and we also welcome volunteers. People who are able to help by doing road shows, promotion, right? When there are events and things like that, we could do road shows basically to tell people about the story of Mahaworks. Yeah.
So we've heard a lot of the good things, and I think, people could be wondering, what are some of your roadblocks that, over the years that you have been doing this, helping the people? What are some of the roadblocks that you felt that's really difficult?
I think doing business with Nepal is not easy. So we face challenges with logistics, and also finding the right partner there to export honey to us, can be difficult. So initially when we started, we have to jump through many hoops, like using other people's company to export and things like that. And we've been asked many questions by customs, by the authority and all that. Even to get a test report from Nepal, sometimes it can take months. But we have overcome all these obstacles. And currently what we see, our obstacle is really finding the right people to run Mahaworks professionally. So we are still looking. Anybody who is qualified and interested to run Mahaworks, as a real company, maybe someone as a CEO, that would be really great. I think we see the need of having a proper setup that runs this like a true business, not a makeshift business. We have already gone past the proof of concept stage. The honey is good. People like it. There is a market for it. Now the next phase is really to promote and to scale up the business. So this is what we are looking at right now.
And it's good to hear. And thank you for being honest. I think honesty is such a rare thing today. To say, we are wanting to scale and we're looking to build this as a bigger business, to scale the business. I think when you mention, there's a few things that you mentioned that I quite resonate with. You are talking about wanting to scale the business, not in the sense of wanting to just create more income, but it is to help more families. And it is to empower more people, which I think it's, some people will say, hey, really or not? You sure or not? You really want to do that? Or is it you want to pocket the income? But from our conversation, I think you're really genuine about wanting to build Nepal, wanting to give people an opportunity.
So when we started this business, we the founders have the understanding that the seed money that we put to the company we expect it to be gone 100%.
Wow.
So I was always joking with them that they say, okay, now you bring your check, you kiss your check goodbye, and you may lose everything in this business. But there are really people with good heart.
Yeah.
They are willing to put down their money and not just their words, but their money into this and to start Mahaworks. So even until today, me as a founder, I do not take any salary.
Right.
So, but somehow the business was able to break even from day one.
Right.
Yeah. And to be honest, I have taken back my seed money. Right, the investment that I have put in, I have already taken it back after 7 years, interest free. Right? But we don't take any salary from the company.
Wow.
Yeah, so that is also the reason why we are always in the black. Right, we can make money because we don't need to pay salaries.
Right.
Yeah, so the cost is very low. Okay. But what we are really trying to do is that in future we cannot go on this mode, right? People need to have salary. If they work, they need to have salary. So we need to run it as a business.
Right.
Yeah.
And so if somebody wants to partner, right? How can they work it out? Do they approach? Is there a avenue of communication? Okay, let me rephrase the question. Right, what are you looking for in terms of people who want to partner with you? What are some of the characters or the things you're looking for that, okay, you say, yes, this is the type of partners we want?
I'm looking for heart.
Okay.
Yeah. I think, if we are passionate about something, we put our heart into it, no matter how difficult it is, you will succeed. Right. Of course, skills, character, and all these are important, right? But I think the most important thing is the heart. You need to love the people, truly love the people enough to want to spend time, to want to make sacrifice for them,
right?
In order to make this successful. So we are looking for people who are like-minded, who have the heart to serve. To be part of the company. There are many roles that different people can play.
Right.
You know, even in social media. You know, even being an influencer. Right. Or you can become a distributor. Right. You have a shop. You carry the honey. You make some income. That's also a possibility. When we started, we actually also asked if individuals like. Single parent or people who work at home and things like that, they have friends, and we also say, okay, you can be our distributor.
Wow.
Right. So but that didn't quite take off except for organic shop. I would say that currently about 50% of our sales come from organic shops, and the rest comes from family and friends. So so people can participate in any way to be our ambassador.
Okay. I love it. I mean, from what I'm hearing, you are very open to work with people, and what you are essentially looking for is the heart to want to serve the people, the heart that want to see a group of people, grow and do better than what there is now. I think, for our listeners and our viewers, if you want to get involved, you can. We'll put the links to all the details that you need somewhere in the video, but don't worry, we'll make it as easy as possible. And so we're going to end really soon this episode, but one question I have for you. As a young person who's listening to this, what would be your advice for them if they feel they have something in their heart, they see an injustice, they see an inequality, right? And they want to do something, but we've all been young before. We've all been like, I think I'm too young, I can't do it. What would your advice be?
Well, I think being young It's really a great advantage. Yeah, and I think being young, you can take risks and make mistakes.
Right.
So it all depends on what is your purpose of life. What do you want to get out from your life?
Right.
Right? Do you just want to do something that everybody does, mundane, and at the end of the day, you may not have made any impact. Right? So I would say that if you are young, you can take some risks and do business. Right? I'm not saying that working for people is bad, but working for people, there's also an advantage. Especially when you work, you do not just gain money. You actually gain experience.
Yeah.
You gain skill.
Right.
So do something that can help you to grow and eventually fuel your passion and your purpose in life. Right? So Mahaworks is a social impact company.
Right.
So this is something that I hope that by doing this, I will encourage other people to do more social business. Right? It doesn't really have to be just honey. It can be anything else.
Yeah.
It can be coffee, tea, or even textile trade and all that, tailoring. So it can be anything, but do something that will impact lives. Right? And something that is bigger than ourselves. Right? And especially if you are young, you can afford to do these things. Even if you fail, you still have a lot of runway. So I would say this to young people.
Right. Thank you so much, Alvin, for our session today. And for those of you who are interested to want to partner with Mahaworks, either or even just to buy a few bottles of honey, all the details will be at the description. I'll put a link above as well. You can go out, check out their social media. So that's all that we have today. We'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you.